Okay, so I have shared my screen. Is my screen visible? I hope that it's
Yes, ma'am.
visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the eighth question, right? Okay, so as we were discussing, the previous questions are clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes.
what will be the correct syntax for nesting a div tag in and the span tag in a body tag using PyHTML library? Okay, so what does this question exactly mean? This means that we are actually storing the div tag and a span tag inside of a body. Okay, the body tag using a PyHTML library. Okay, so let us go through the options. We are in the first option. We are importing PyHTML as PH. Okay, so be careful what we are importing the PyHTML as. Since we are importing it as PH, we will be using the PH as like PH as placeholder. So ph.html like this. Okay, then ph.body, ph.div. This is div. But again, we are using like ph.body, ph.span, and this is span. Okay, so we don't really need to use dot body twice. Okay, so this is actually causing a contradictory statement. Okay, so since like we are using the body tag, if it was a normal HTML website, you would have used the body tag twice, so this would have actually caused a lot of problems. Okay, so this is a wrong option. Import the PyHTML as ph, file equals to ph.html, ph.body, ph.div, this is div, ph.span, this is span. Till now I haven't really found any problem in this option. Okay, we are inside the HTML tag, we will take the HTML tag in that, if there is a body tag, and then inside of the body tag there is a div. Okay, and then the div says that this is a div. Okay, and then the div is saying that comma, and then the div outside of the, like inside of the div, we just have a span tag. That span is saying this is a span. Okay, so this is this option for now, it is correct. Okay, so let us see the other options. Import PyHTML as ph, ph.html. Inside of the HTML tag we have the body tag, inside of the body we have a span, but the span says that this is a div, and inside of like the body tag again we are using the body, so this is of course wrong. Okay, this is like the similar to the first option. We are using both like two body tags, and we are like inside of the span first, we are using the span first, but we have to nest a div tag and a span tag, so the div tag should come first. Okay, and the last option is that import PyHTML as ph, and then inside of the option D we are actually not even using the HTML tag. Okay, so we are directly going inside of the body tag. Okay, so the last option is completely wrong. Okay, so the only option that is correct will be the B. Okay, the option B. So is this question clear? This is this question clear? Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
okay, so we will move on to the question number 9. Okay, so this is like a Jinja, so be careful with this types of question, because this is actually a question that has come in the PYQs. Okay, so from Jinja to import template, so this is what I was talking about before. Okay, so in the like string we actually use a dollar symbol, right? So if we import the template from Jinja to, we actually use a percentage symbol like this. Okay, so like if since we are importing from Jinja, we will just say the series, the special series is percentage for n in the range 1 comma 15, and then percentage. Okay, and then we just say n percentage 3 and then n for. Okay, and then it says my statement dot render. So let me go to the whiteboard. Just give me a second. Okay, so what is okay, I need to make the whiteboard a little bit smaller. Okay, it didn't get it. Okay, so this is question number 9. Okay, so it is rendering rendering the template. Okay, so it just says for n, there is a for loop for n in range 1 comma 15. Okay, uh, 1 comma 15. Okay, it will say what will it do. It will do n percentage 3. Okay, and then it will end the for loop. Okay, so now what we are doing is like we have to do 1 by 3, 2 by 3, dot dot dot, till we do 14 by 3. Okay, so now what is 1 by 3? 1 by 3, if I'm not wrong, is 0.33. Okay, so you are lucky, like there is only like wait, the special series for n
Yeah, I'm
yes,
hearing
yes,
some modulus operator, na?
yes, pardon.
Ma'am,
Oh,
I
this
said
is
that here the
percentage.
operator is modulus operator, na? It will
Yes, yes,
give
yes.
the
This is
remainder.
percentage. We will take the remainder. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so since this is a percentage and not the slash symbol, we have to take this is the modulus operator. Okay, so we will take the remainder. Okay, so what is like 1 divided by 3, we will take the remainder. Okay, so the problem with 1 divided by 3 is like 1 divided by 3, 1 is actually not divisible by 3. Okay, so what happens when one something is not divisible by 3, we will just take like whatever the divisor is the one that we are dividing it by. Okay, so we will just take 1 for like if it's smaller than 3. Okay, smaller than the dividend over here. So similarly with 2, we will be taking 2. Okay, then after 3, like when 3 comes, like 3 percent is 3, it will be 0 because the remainder will be 0, right? So it will be 1 2 0. There is only one option, but be careful in the questions, in the pyqs in your exams. The questions will be like the options will be a little bit similar, like 2 or 3 options will be a little bit similar. And ranges, if you remember, they actually go from 1, they had written like a 1 to 15, but they will actually go from 1 to 14. Okay, so you have to actually have to take like 14 divided by 3 for the last one. Okay, so don't forget that it will be 2 and not 0. Okay, so the last part would be 2. So this is actually the second option. Okay, so is this question clear?
Um,
Hmm,
Ma'am, first
hmm,
of all, can
hmm.
you repeat? Actually, I came just now. I came for
Yes.
this question only, and thank you for yesterday. Thank you so much.
Hmm, hmm.
I've got it here, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay,
Thank you for
so
yesterday. Thank you so much. And can you explain this question again, please?
yes, yes,
Actually,
sure.
same question was there in graded but different range. I'm just solving
Hmm,
this
hmm.
one only. Was this one only I was about to come here. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Oh,
Can you
okay,
explain?
okay. Yeah, sure. So, like, for first of all, like, you have to be careful in like templates questions. Okay, so since it's like from Jinja, in Jinja we use percentage symbols. Okay, so to render the templates in string, if it was string, we would have used dollar. If you go up a little bit in the same practice assignment, you will see string questions. They have used a dollar. Okay, so in Jinja we will use a percentage symbol. So if you see over here, they are using a for loop. So in for loop, they are saying that for n in the range 1 comma 5 percentage. Okay, so this is a normal Python for loop. So this is just says for n in the range 1 comma 15. Okay, and then what does it say? This then goes to the next line. This says that n percent is 3. What we will do? We will do n modulus 3. Okay, this is the second line. After that, what we will do? The for loop ends. Okay, so now what is this doing? N is actually going through the range of 1 comma 15. We are just dividing 1 divided by 1 modulus 3, right? Okay, so what does modulus do? Modulus actually takes the remainder. Okay, but the problem is like 1, when we divide by 3, 1 is actually not divisible by 3, 1 is smaller than 3. So whenever modulus, actually we are dividing like something smaller than 3, we actually take that thing as the modulus. Okay, so if we are like we have to take 1 modulus 3, we will take 1 only. Same with 2. Okay, 2 modulus 3, it will be 2 only. Okay, so be careful, like it will be like 1 comma 2 comma 0, because 3 is actually 3 modulus 3 is 3 is divisible by 3, so it will be 0. The remainder will be 0. Okay, it will go on to, even though the list says like 15 in Python, the list actually ends with one less. Okay, so it will actually go on to 14. So the last option will actually not be 0. Like 15 is divisible by 3, so it won't be 0, but it will be 2. Why? Because 14, if we divide 14 by 3, it will actually give remainder 2. Okay, so modulus 14 modulus 3 is actually 2. Okay, so this will be the answer, option 2. Okay, okay. So is this question a little bit clear, or shall I explain again? Whoever
Ma'am,
asked. Yeah.
what about 1 to 15 it will go, but 15 is not taking.
Yes. 15 it won't take, since in Python the list for like ranges we don't take the last
Oh,
number,
yes.
right?
Yes, 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 yes. Okay,
Hmm.
got it, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this question is clear.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Okay, so a Python string template. Okay, again this is a string template. Okay, so for string we will use a dollar symbol, don't forget that. The string from string implode template, my statement equals to template. all squares are a dollar color 1, all circles are dollar color 2, and all triangles are dollar color 3. Which of the following substitute statements will render the output string as all squares are blue, all colors, all circles are red, and all triangles are green? Okay, so what do we need to do? So this we have to provide all of the colors. Okay, so we have to use dot substitute or dot substitute. Okay, since we have to provide the colors for everything, so what should it be? The color 1 should be squares, should be blue, right? The circles should be red, so color 2 should be red. Okay, so and the color 3, the triangles should be green. Okay, so yes, just coming to that. Okay, now the problem is that the options are like really similar. Okay, now the problem is with the syntax. What is the correct syntax? Mainly yellow is fully wrong, so cross out the last option. Okay, so the first option, this is actually saying that we are passing blue as blue, red as red, and green as green. Python won't be able to interpret blue, what is blue, what is red, what is green if you pass it like that. You have to pass it as strings. Okay, first of all, so only if you pass it as strings, only then Python will be able to interpret it as it is. Okay, and if you see the second option, it is saying that color 2 is equals to green, but color 2 we need as red, so the third option will be the correct option. Okay, so remember this: substitute will take all of them, safe substitute, or else it will throw creator on safe substitute will like you can give only one of them. Okay, I will try to find the question later on in the PYQs. Okay, when I go towards the PYQs of safe substitute and substitute questions, there are questions like that, and I will try to show it to you. Okay, for now, this is the third option is the correct one, and when you try to pass like any type of string, it should be within double quotes or quotes. Okay, so is this question clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
okay. So, which of the Python codes will generate the HTML given below? Okay, so again, we are given an HTML code, and we have to say which of the Python codes, PyHTML codes will be given. Okay, so a doc type HTML head has been given title, body. Inside of body there is one h tag, one h1 tag, one h2 tag, and there are several divs and h3 and p tag. Okay, so this is a big one. Okay, so we have to be careful a little bit. Okay, what I will do is I will just open the whiteboard and I will just write it. Okay, just give me a second. I will just open it and okay. So I have seen it. They have just importing it as PyHTML. Just import. This is question number 11. Import PyHTML as H. HTML as H. Okay. So first of all, they will just say like first of all it should be like h.html. Okay. Inside that it should be head tag h.head. Okay. Inside that it should be h.title. I will just move a little bit like this. Okay, I will, yeah, just give me a dude. Just a second. I don't know why. Yeah, yeah. Okay. This I don't know why it's so glitchy. Okay, okay. So title. Okay, so title will be. I'm just writing app dev. Okay, for now. Okay, just ignore whatever I am writing. Okay, two brackets will be closed because one is for the inside of title, so this bracket, and another is for h of title, so for this. Okay, then it will be for comma. Okay, then comes inside of HTML tag, we are still there. Then we will go to the next line. Inside of body we will open the h1 tag. Okay, h1 tag, we have the, this is the first level. Okay, first level. Afterwards we will again open the div h dot div, then h dot h2. Okay, uh then second heading, I will just light level. This is level. Okay, yes.
Div div is inside body, right?
This is the H1 closure tag. This is the H1 closure bracket.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, so then afterwards div h2 h2 has been closed, first bracket has been closed, h2 bracket has been closed. Okay, and then afterwards we are writing a comma and then another div has been opened, so it will be h1 dot div again. Okay, so we are over here. Then it will be just a writing nested div, bracket close, and then a bracket just to close a div, and then another div will be closed. This div will be closed, this div has been closed, comma, a div has been opened, h1 h dot div, open, h3 h dot h3, open, some more text, I will just write some. Okay, this h3 has been closed, comma, h3 has been closed, h dot p, para, p has been closed, div has been closed, comma, body has been closed, if I'm not wrong, and then html. Okay, and then everything has been closed. Okay, so p after p, after p it will be like comma, and then html has been closed. Okay, yeah, yes, and
Ma'am,
then yes, yes, yes,
ma'am, in H3, div is not closed now.
yes, pardon, where?
Ma'am, like you have put one more bracket for closing of div, but in H3, after there is no like closing of div tag. It is after the p tag now.
No, after here, you mean here? This is not a
Yes,
bracket,
ma'am.
this is comma, this is comma.
No, ma'am, before comma.
Before comma, this is for h3, this is h3, there is like sum,
Okay.
this is for sum, and then for h3.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Ignore the last brackets because I didn't really count. This is for body, this is for html, this is for the previous div tags. So mainly this is the structure, this is the structure of the py-html tags. Okay, so now we will follow this structure and we will see which option matches. Okay, I have to just zoom out a bit. Did I zoom out too much? I don't know, it doesn't let me zoom in too much.
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay, so now we will see which one actually matches. Okay, so yes, pardon.
Option C appears to be right. Only the brackets are confusing.
Yes,
Closing
brackets.
bracket.
Yes, yes, brackets will be the one that are, yes, bracket will be the one that is confusing actually. But let us go through one by one in each option.
Yeah.
Okay, so h1, okay, h1 dot div, h2 h dot div, nested div tag, h dot div, h3 some more text, h dot p para. Okay, this appears to be right actually. H dot title, comma, no, 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 okay. H dot body, H dot h1. If I'm not wrong, the headings are wrong. Yeah. Oh my god, they even like we have to match the heading. I was lazy in writing the heading, but the problem is like, see, in the first option, the first is not capital, so that is why the first option will be wrong. Okay, first level heading, the F should be capital, that is why the first option will be wrong. And I was lazy in writing all of the like this thing. Okay, so that is why the first option is wrong. Okay, let us go to the second option. Import PyHTML, h.html, and h.tag. Okay, h.title, modern application development. I now need to see the everything. Modern application development, first level heading. This is a level 2 heading. Okay, this is level 2
It
heading.
also the same error.
Pardon?
Same error, ma'am. That first is missing
Yes,
capital
first.
error.
Yes. Oh no, this is the same for everyone. Okay, so this doesn't matter. Okay, so this doesn't matter actually. That is the same for everyone. Doesn't matter. No problem actually.
But it could have been a typo.
Yes, it actually could have been a typo, and like since they are matching the cases in modern application development, they should have matched the cases in first level heading as well. H1 won't pick that up, especially because like level and heading have lower level cases in lim, so H1 won't pick that up in first level in first. So it could have been an error.
Yes.
Ma'am, what is the last option? Last
Uh,
what is the last option?
Sorry, sorry, I am just in first option only. I am just in first option. Don't worry.
Yeah, I thought if last option is none of the above, it would be right.
Last option is no. Last option is not none of the above. Don't worry. Last option is not none of the above. It would have made it too easy. So we need to see. Okay, so first option is import PyHTML as h.html head dot h title modern application development body h1 first level heading. Okay, div h2 level 2. Okay, nested div section. Okay. So over here in nested div they are actually not closing the brackets, so the bracket closure also matters. Okay, in like h1.div they should have closed the brackets. Okay, so that is the thing that actually matters. If you see over here, like inside of nested div the div should be closed. There should be two div closures, so two brackets should be closed. Okay, that is why the first option is wrong. Okay, is everyone okay with the first option, why it is wrong? Like
Yes.
okay, so that is why the first option is wrong. Okay, so let us go through the second option. HTML h1, this is the first level heading. H2, this is second level heading. Okay, nested div tag. Yeah, see, there should be two closure. This is some text. Okay, this is some paragraph, two paragraphs. Okay, yeah, I gave some extra paras. Okay, so for now this option is kind of okay. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, I gave an extra bracket for every section because I gave like the body over here like this. Okay, so ignore my brackets. If you're taking my brackets, you should have taken like an extra bracket like that. Okay, so let us go to the
There should be
options.
only one closing parenthesis before the print statement. I
Hmm.
think here
Hmm.
there
Only
are
one
two
parenthesis.
just before the print. No? That
Where tell
after the paragraph after this
this
paragraph
is
there is
yeah.
yeah there yeah here only one should be there. No?
No, this is fine. This is fine. No, this is fine. They have put the comma as well. So they are closing the body. This is for the body. This is for the HTML. So it's fine. They need to close both the body and the HTML. So two should be there. Okay. So
Yes.
Ma'am, but where they are closing div,
div over here. They're closing two divs for the this div and then this div. Two divs over here. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, but how there are like two div closures because that
Wait,
is
I need
for
to see that. There after the nested div tag, there are two divs closure mainly.
so ma'am there
See?
should be three like brackets now. Uh, like
Wait,
in
where did the options go? Okay, so this is the option that we were working on, right? Previous option is wrong because they are already not closing a single div. So this is like this. So they have closed this div, right? Okay. Um. Okay. They are missing some parenthesis. Okay, first of all, like they are taking like see over here they are not closing title at all. They are just taking one like they are not closing head. They are just taking one for the title and they're done. They are not closing head also. So they are missing some parentheses. Okay, in all of the options, not only in this option but in all of the options. Oh, in the third option they are missing commas. They are missing comma over here, so the third option is wrong. Okay, this is the amount of level that you need to see. This is why the third option will not be correct. Okay, they are missing a comma over here. There should be a comma. Okay, so the first option is wrong because over here they are not closing a div. it should be two divs closed over here. After the nested div section, I am coming back to the why the div, like it should be two, and over here they're missing a comma. That is why the third option is incorrect. Okay, so now going on to the fourth option, two closed. Okay, so two closed and two closed. Okay, so they are closing an extra div over here. Okay, so that is why, yes, yeah, this is a really tricky question. So they are closing an extra div over here. So that is why this is wrong. Okay, so whatever parenthesis I have taken over here, take one less. Okay, I have taken one extra parenthesis over here. So whatever parenthesis I have taken over here, take one less for this. Okay, for whatever they are taking, take one less for that. So
Ma'am,
it's, yes. Hmm.
these three divs are nested, right?
Hmm.
So all the three divs will get closed after.
No. You have to see where each are closed. Two divs are like this div starts over here, then this div is ending over here. Then the third div starts. Two div are
So
closed. Only then the third div starts. Two divs are nested.
two divs are nested, and inside third div we got paragraph, that tag.
Yes. Hmm. This is the correct option. This is missing a comma in the second option. This is missing a div closing tag. This has an extra div closing tag. They are making an extra div from out of nowhere. Okay, so this is like the best option that I can say that is the correct option. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
this is a really confusing question actually. So yeah, and if like this types of question comes, especially like in TCS computers, like it is hard to spot like where the comma is, and it will be hard to spot a little bit. So I would like suggest you to like make a like this, make a chart like this, and you have to do it like that. Okay, so is
Yeah,
this
ma'am,
question?
what
Hmm.
you said?
Yes, pardon.
TCS computer. Yeah, ma'am. One word you have said. TCS computer
Oh,
something.
TCS is where we go to give out quizzes, right? Like the test centers. So that is what I mean, like in our, like in the computers it will be hard to see. That is what I mean. Okay, so like also in the third question there are like two paragraph clauses, okay, over here. So that is why it is also like not because only of the comma, but over here there are like two clauses over here. Okay, and then two extra clauses over here. So it is like oh no, that is right actually, these it misses the thing. Okay, they are not closing the HTML tag in the last part, in the fourth option. If you see over here, after the body, like comma, and then body and HTML, and the paragraph is not closing the other div tags. Okay, so some of the tags are left open. So that is why the last option is incorrect. So is this question a little bit clear to you? Like I know this is a little bit confusing, but is it clear?
Yes,
Like,
ma'am. So ma'am, we have to consider that like
hmm.
the three brackets that you have taken as two only, no? Like one for.
Yes, you're, no. See, the thing is that I have written in the same line. Okay, so let us open the first correct option. I have actually written in the same line. Okay, but they have actually written in like two lines. That is why it is the first like it is causing confusions, and I have taken like one bracket extra. So I am closing the brackets actually for the like the statements. Okay, they are not. Okay, like they haven't really done anything for the for the statements. Okay, I have an extra bracket for every
Ma'am,
statement. Hmm.
head tag we need to close, right?
Which one?
Head tags
Head
we need to
tags.
close.
Yeah.
So you have closed that in your code, but
I have. They have also closed it over here, right? So this is the title tag closure. This is the title tag. This is the head tag closure. HTML tag opens. HTML tag will close at the end. Over here, this is the HTML tag closure. Okay.
yes, ma'am. Yeah, understood.
Ma'am, they are considering the statement closure and the other tag closure as same. Like,
So the closure would actually be like this. Okay, and the opening would be like this. Okay.
No, ma'am, in the code that is given on the option,
Uh-huh.
like you have taken it separately now, the statement closure and the tag closure, but in the options they have taken it as one only, like one
Yes, yes, yes.
bracket.
I have actually taken an extra step. Yes, yes. Extra parenthesis, because I am taking the statement inside of them and then taking the statements as an extra tag. Okay, extra parenthesis. That is why I am taking I have an extra parenthesis in all lines and they have an one less. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what I meant to say is, like, just if you are matching this with the correct option, just taken less one less from mine in all of the lines, then it will match same to same. Okay, so is this question clear? Shall we move on to the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so okay, just okay. Identify the correct PyHTML code that will generate the following HTML
Ma'am,
output.
this session is getting recorded, right?
Yes, I am recording it, but it won't be. It is not streaming on YouTube currently. Okay.
Yeah, but you will post it here, right?
In YouTube videos, yes.
You will post in YouTube or in the link here only, ma'am, on the meet.
No, no, no. In YouTube videos. In YouTube, it will be available.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Then I'll go.
Yeah, sure, sure. Identify the correct PyHTML code that will generate the following HTML output when rendered by a browser. Red, green, blue. Okay. So first of all, if you see, they have certain bullet points. Okay. So these are the bullet points that are only available when you use a list. Okay. Also, they are really bold. Okay, they are really bold and they are really like big. Okay, so what will happen is they have actually used the h1 tag. Okay, they have used the h1 tag back to back because all of them have the same style first of all, and they have used a list. Okay, now it depends on which type of list they have used, whether they have used a like ordered list or an unordered list. Okay, so you can actually specify the type of list that yes, it is an unordered list. You can actually specify the type of list in an html code that will actually show you this type of output. Okay, over here let us move through the options. So they have in the first option they have actually provided that body. I'm not going through the HTML tag. Body, unordered list, L1, red, green, blue. But if you see, they have actually used like unordered list, then ordered list, then unordered list. Okay, so this is not correct. If you see the styles, they are really consistent throughout the three of them. Okay, like they have used like all three same bullets and same styles. So the first option, this is actually not correct. Okay, so let us go to the second option. So you can either use order list is generally not used over here. Okay, if the order list was used, it would have been an indented a little bit towards the right. Okay, h1 is fully used because it's bold and it's really big. Okay, so unordered list is the one that has been used, but the problem is that in the first option they are using like two types of lists all together. Okay, so let us move to the second option. Body, unordered list, h1, L1 red, H1, L1 green, H1, L1, Li. Sorry, why am I saying L1? Okay, Li means like list. Okay, blue. Okay, so this is this is kind of they are saying that this is how we will pass. Okay, they are also importing. Also see the imports of the PyHTML. They are passing it inside of the HTML tag. Okay, and since we are importing as star, we don't need to mention like h dot and PyHTML dot. Okay, and then inside of the body they are mentioning the as unordered list, and then inside of the unordered list they're passing it as it is. Okay, h1, and then all of them are being passed as h1 and then as lists. Okay, so this is a correct usage of unordered list. Okay, let us see the third option. Body from PyHTML import html. Okay, body, unordered list, h1, li, and then red. This has been closed. Okay, I need to see the closure of the tags as well. This has been okay. So this actually creates a problem because in the third option, if you see, they have used three unordered list. Okay, that will actually create a problem because in the unordered list they it will create, like if you see, it is very consistent, right? But if you create like 3 unordered list in the HTML page, it will create indent problems and it will create more spaces, but the styles won't generally be like this consistent. Okay, so this will be like option 2. Okay, just once unordered list is used and h1 is used for each of them, and just use the li tag. Okay, so is this question clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So going on to the question number 13. After we do the question number 14, I want to go just like within 5 minutes, just like question 1 to 7. Okay, just really quickly. So which of the following Python codes will generate the HTML code given below? Doc type HTML. Okay, Python code again. Okay, again Python code. Okay, so PyHTML code. Okay. Okay, just a second. Yeah, so this is question 13. Doc type HTML. Okay, first of all, let me see if they have even used PyHTML. Yes, they have. Okay, PyHTML, they're importing it, so no need to use h dot or anything like that. We can just use normal HTML head and like that. But over here, I think they have used CSS a little bit. No, they haven't. Okay. Yeah, DL and DT tags. Okay, DL and DT tags, they have used a little bit. Okay, so let us go through it. Okay, so first of all, we will just use a variable that they have mentioned, and then we have to say like HTML. Since they haven't mentioned anything like import star, so we can just say that normally. Okay, so HTML will be the starting. So this is L. This is not a bracket. Okay, it's just okay. Okay, this is HTML. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, yeah. Okay, so HTML, and then we will start the brackets. Okay, inside of HTML the head tag will start. Okay, I saw that they were using like in specific like each line. Okay, so I am just using in the same line because the whiteboard space is a little bit less. Okay, but in the answer it will be in different lines. Okay, so inside of the head will be title. Okay, title, and the title will be table. Okay, title, table closed, and then the head will be closed. Yeah. Okay, and then we will give the comma and the body will start. Body, why did I put yeah. Okay, the body will start, and the body actually has a new tag. This is the DL tag. Okay, and then the DL also has a DT tag. Okay, so body, and then the body will open the DL tag. Okay, and then the DL tag will open the DT tag. These are actually a little bit of like and then the DT tag will actually have the text. This is actually a text, HTML. Okay, HTML. Okay, and then the DT tag will be closed, so we will close one bracket. Okay, single bracket has been closed, and then we will use single bracket has been closed, comma, the DD. Okay, and then open it, and then hypertext. I'm just writing hyper. Okay, just in short form. Okay, hypertext has been closed. So okay, so I just okay, so hypertext has been closed, so DD tag has been closed. Okay, so I think that I need to close the DD tag over here, because hypertext, after like writing it, I am just using it to write it right over here. So like this over here. So I think that I will close it, because no, it's correct. Okay, so DD tag has been used over here. Okay, after that we will open the just go up a bit. Okay. Okay, then afterwards the DT tag has been opened again, so we will go to the next line, DT, and then CSS. Okay, and then comma, the DT tag has been closed, then D again, cascading styles. I am just writing cas over here. Okay, just shortcut. Okay, just to give you a basic idea, comma, the DL tag has been closed, comma, body, HTML. Okay, so this is the basic structure of this HTML. Okay, so the thing is like over here, it will actually be rendered in different lines. Okay, so don't be confused, all of this will be rendered in different lines. Okay, so I didn't have enough space. Okay, first of all, so let us go through the codes. I will open this again. Okay, so the from PyHTML import start t equals to HTML and then head. The title will be table. Okay, table has one bracket closed and then another bracket closed. Body, open the tag DL. Okay, DT HTML, one bracket closed, comma DD hypertext. Okay, hypertext markup language, comma DT CSS, comma DD cascading styles sheet. Okay, afterwards, this is the one that I was talking about, that there would be some brackets, 4 brackets, like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, like this. Okay, and then we just render it. Okay, so is the format a little bit clear over here? Like, is the format okay? From
Ma'am,
yes.
sorry, ma'am, can you repeat the last part about the brackets one?
Yes, so mainly they actually it is the same as mine, right? So DD is getting closed, okay, and then the HTML and the body tags are getting closed. This is the body tag, this is the HTML tag, okay, which we have started right at the beginning. Okay, so this is actually they are closing in different lines over here. Okay, due to I didn't have space, so I closed in the same line.
And ma'am, in body, like after HTML, there should be only one closing bracket, no?
After HTML, where
Ma'am, in the second line in the body, yeah, ma'am. After HTML, like there should be only one closer bracket, no?
where in mine or over here? Mine, I
Mm,
guess.
yes, ma'am, in yeah,
Over here.
in whiteboard.
Yeah, in whiteboard, which line again? After HTML, like here.
In the second line, ma'am, your cursor is not visible to me.
Oh, over here. Can you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that?
yes, ma'am, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay, 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 okay. So, okay, yes, I think that I did something wrong over here. Okay, so let us go back and just see over here. So it is okay. So it is HTML, and then DT is getting closed. Okay, so DT is getting closed over here only. Yes, I did it wrong. Okay, so my problem was that I was actually thinking that DT inside of DT HTML is getting rendered right as the text. So I thought that it will be the one that we have to close DT again. Okay, so yeah, I was wrong over here. Yes, thank you. This is comma, this is not bracket closure. Okay, so yeah, just give me a minute, I will just have a glass of water and come back. Okay. Okay, so I am back. Yeah, it just, I don't know why it is glitching so much today. It never happens this much. Okay, so let us go through the options. Yeah. So HTML and then the head and the so this is the correct so this is the correct rendering. Okay, so this is what we got from the code. Okay, so HTML and then the body tag, and then inside of the body everything is happening. Okay, so the thing is like restart your PC. The problem is not with my PC, it is with my graphic tablet. Okay, and how will I restart it right now? I am in the middle of the class. So so this is like this is what we do. Okay, so like HTML, and then don't think that the uh, brackets closing, what we have done in the same line, they have actually done it in the in the line next to it. Okay, so they have just done it in the individual lines. Okay, so basically what we are doing is we are doing it in the same line, they are doing it in the next to next line. Okay, so don't worry, just try to match it with the options. Okay, so T HTML, head, title, table, body, DL, DT, HTML, comma, DD, hypertext markup language, DT, CSS, DD, cascading style sheets, and then C 1 2 3 4. So this option is matching with mine. Let us see the other options. Okay, okay, so first of all, the title is wrong. Title should be table. So second option is not correct. Okay, let us go through the other options. So the third option is Python, PyHTML, import HTML, head, title, table, body, DD. Okay, so it should be DL, not DD. Okay, this is wrong. DL. Okay, so this is okay, so the last option will be, let me see, DL, DT. Okay, no, the HTML, head, title, table, two closure tags, body, DL, DT. This should be HTML, not CSS. Okay, so the only option correct is the first one. Okay, what does DL and DT tag mean? Okay, so I have forgotten they are basically for rendering texts. Okay, I have forgotten the full form, but they are for rendering texts. Okay, and styling inside of the body tags. Okay, so I suggest you to like look them up a little bit. Okay, so is this question clear now? Like when these types of questions come, you can like do one thing, you can just write it down in the from the form that they have provided in the, it will make you make it a lot easier. Okay, description list, yeah, okay, description list. Okay, and description data, description table. Okay, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so is this question clear? DT is description table, DL is description list, and the DD is description data. Okay, so going to question number 14, which of the following Python codes will generate the HTML document below? Okay, so doc type A. Okay, another one. Okay, okay, I think this is the last one. Okay, first of all, let me check my answers. 13 out of 14. Okay, okay, we have done it correctly till now. Okay, so this is the only last one that is left. Okay, so doc type HTML and then head. Okay, so I will just go to the whiteboard and I will just, yeah, so 14. Okay, doc type HTML and then head. Okay, so I will just are they importing something, PyHTML as something? Okay, no, PyHTML hasn't been. So first of all, what you will check is in these types of question is if they are importing the PyHTML as something. Okay, so if they are importing the PyHTML as something, you will have to write it as that. Okay, so for like for example, when we were importing the PyHTML as h, we were writing h.html. Okay, so we will start importing, they are not importing anything, so we can just start. So HTML, and then inside HTML will be head, and then title will be my HTML document. I will just close it. Okay, comma, let me just, yeah, okay, comma. Okay, title has been closed, head has been closed. This is comma, please don't mistake it as brackets. Okay, so and next comes body. Okay, body, inside of body we have a div. Okay, so div, inside of, okay, okay, div, first div done, second div done, third div, fourth div. Okay, this is the fourth div. Inside of the fourth div we have h1. Inside of h1 we have
Hello,
to write, yes,
hello, ma'am. For bracket my HTML, there is a bracket, and another bracket is for title. But where is the bracket for head tag?
for no, this is for title, this is for title, this is for head.
Or for the text?
Text doesn't need any bracket. Text belongs to a title.
No, ma'am, where you write the my something, my website or something.
My HTML document.
We have to enclose that with one bracket. After that, we have to close the title bracket.
Yes, so
For the
yes, so
head,
text cannot exist on its own, right? So text is inside of this block, so each block is like one bracket. So this is right bracket, this bracket will be closed over here. Okay.
and there should be 3 bracket, no? In the last.
No, like wait. So title starts, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Bracket starts. Inside of title, my document, okay. Bracket starts and title ends, right? So bracket ends.
Acha. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Okay. So H1, inside of H1, hello world. Okay. Bracket. Okay. Bracket close. H1 bracket close. One div close. Second div close. Comma. This div is done. This div is done. H1 is done. P tag. P. Okay. My laptop charge. Okay. P tag on. P. My name. Okay. P tag done. Okay. Then we will start an H2. Inside, this is happening inside of this divs. Okay, two divs are still on. Okay, body and HTML are still on. Okay, we are starting an H2 tag. Inside of H2, we have hello world 2. Okay, then comes hello world 2 closed. Okay, another div closed. Okay, so now for this div I will just create a symbol, maybe a star. This is the div closed here. Okay, so now we will put okay, so now both of the div have been closed over here. Okay, okay, see, both of the div has been closed over here, comma, body closed, HTML closed. Okay, so let me just go up a bit. Okay, so this is the okay, I was actually making it more complex than it is because there were 4 divs, but it was actually simpler than it looks. Okay, so let us go through the code. Which option? From PyHTML import this. Okay, HTML head title, my HTML document, body, div. One div is less, wrong option. There should be 4 divs. Okay, HTML head title, my HTML document, div body, inside of body, div h1, div h1, hello world 1. Okay, then 3 brackets. Okay, ma'am, why do we have comma after star bracket? Comma because body and you can skip commas as well. Okay, I wanted to put the comma because I wanted to separate the body and the HTML tags. Okay, to show you that this is where the divs are stopping and this is where the body and the HTML tags are closing. Okay, so okay, so HTML head and title, my HTML document, body, and div. Okay, h1 hello world 1. Okay, and then p tag, my name, yeah, hello h2 hello world 2. Okay, and then afterwards 1 2 3, and if you see they have went to the next line, 2 tags. Okay, so this option is still now it's correct. Let us go through the other options. HTML head title, my HTML document, body, div h1, this hello world 1, 3 options. Okay, okay, after 3 options they have not given a comma. Okay, they are not giving any commas in any lines. They haven't given a comma in this line as well. Okay, so this is actually a wrong option. So the only option correct is the second option. Okay, so the comma here isn't necessary. Okay, so since like we are not putting any more tags, so I just wanted to show you that this is where I will just put a slash over here. Okay, this is the body, this is HTML. Okay, so the comma, don't put unnecessary commas, because if you put unnecessary comma it can actually lead to like wrong programs. Like only a comma should only be put a tag is to be opened, a new tag is to be opened. Okay, so if you're closing a tag you don't necessarily need to put a comma before that. Okay, so this is the second option will be the one that is correct. Okay, so is this question clear? Let's check the answer. Yay, it is correct. So is this question clear? Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so give me about 5 minutes. Okay, I will quickly go over all of the questions from question one. Okay, so about like 5 minutes, then we have just one more question left. This is okay. I will just do this question. Okay, I will just do this question, and we will then do the just this is also a HTML question. Okay, this is also an HTML question. So so this is the question that okay, I will just clear the screen. Okay, so just okay, so this is the type of questions that you can expect from HTML in your quizzes. Okay, quizzes and end term. This is an end term question. So this is that this has been like said that you if you like click an inspect element in any website, you will see that this is a type of structure that actually appears in the components. Okay, in the inspect element. So we have been provided a div that says that padding left, margin right, border style solid, model with 5 pixel width and height. Okay, so we have been provided a figure and we need to identify where each figure from this, like where the padding left, where margin right, and where width and height appear. Okay, so we width and height, let me tell you, they are the easiest. Like there is a box in the middle. If you see, there is a blue color box in the middle. Width and height will always appear in the middle. Okay, so it will always be width into height in the middle of the box. Okay, it no matter what it is. Okay, so it will be in the middle of the box. We have this structure, right? In the middle of the box it will be 2000 pixel into 20 for this question. Okay, afterwards, after width, always the padding will be the one, like over here, like it's 10. Okay, after width, always the padding will be coming. What is the padding? The padding is the amount of space that we need to leave. Okay, that we need to leave between the the main content, like that is the width and the height, and the between the main content. Okay, the padding is actually appears in the left. If you see, it says that padding left 10 pixel. Okay, so what will where will the 10 pixel appear? If you see in this option, the padding is appearing everywhere. Okay, the padding is appearing in the, this is the right side, right? I will just erase this. Padding is actually appearing in the right side, right? But this is not wrong. It says in the option that it should be appearing in the padding left. Okay, so padding should be appearing in the left side. Why? Because it mentions in the question that padding left. Okay, so another thing that appears after after the width, after like the centermost part is the width into height. After that comes the padding. Okay, after what comes after that, the what comes after that, it is the it is the border width. Okay, so border style over here is solid. Okay, so what does border style solid mean? Border style solid means like this type of line. Okay, there won't be dotted, they won't be dotted, like everything will be straight line like this. Okay, no dotted. Okay, so border, after padding the border comes. Okay, so over here, what is the border width? That is 5 px. That nothing has been mentioned like border width for border width, so it will be consistent everywhere. Okay, border width will be appearing everywhere, like all, like everywhere, top, bottom, and left, right, everywhere. Okay, so it will appear everywhere. Okay, and then afterwards, after border, what comes is margin. Margin over here has been mentioned to be right. So what is happening over here? Only the margin, like 15 px, it will appear only in the right side, the right side of the uh, counter. Okay, so right side of the HTML. So see over here, like not everywhere else it will be just a dash. Okay, so margin right, this is margin. Okay, so what is happening over here? Width into height, width into height will be the center, then comes the padding, then comes the border, then comes the border, then comes the margin. Okay, so remember this structure. Okay, and remember what alignment they provide. Like suppose they have provided padding left, then the padding, whatever the value of padding has been provided, only that side it will be coming. Like over here, padding left has been provided, that is why only on the left side 10 px has been appearing. Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover in HTML in this. Okay, this is what we had missed. Okay,
And ma'am, border and margin can be dotted, dash, and solid now.
Yes, dotted dash and solid. Over here border has been mentioned to be solid, that is why see that only that is the solid. Okay, and everywhere else it is like dash dash dash. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to cover, like something that we had missed. So okay, so I will quickly go over all of these questions because like they are a little bit important. Okay, so how many questions till um I won't cover the HTML questions anymore. Like from 8 we have done, so 6 and 7 I don't want to cover again because like dot HTML, like PyHTML questions, there are a lot we have covered already. So let us go through the first questions. Okay, so what is happening in the first question? I will go to the whiteboard. So and then the first question, inside of the first question what has been mentioned, that if you see we have two files, home.py and hello.py. Inside of home.py we are importing sys, and inside, and we are saying that importing hello. Okay, and then what we are saying, that print hello space sys argument then one. Okay, argument one it is taking, and then hello.py we are saying that import sys print hello space plus sys argument of 0. Okay, and then what is the output of the command python home.py hello.py mithun Saurav. Okay, so what does sys.argument take? It takes the 0th argument, it ignores the pythons because it is just the interpreter that is saying that we will use python for this. So what is the 0th argument? The 0th argument is home. Okay, over here, so this is the argument that we are giving. Okay, so this is the 0th argument, home.py. Hello.py is the first argument. Okay, so what is happening over here, we will just take like home.py is the sys dot argument of 1, hello.py is the sys dot argument of 0. Okay, so what will be the output of home.py? It will give hello hello.py, and what will be the output of hello.py? It will give hello home.py. But there is a catch over here. Home.py actually imports hello. So what will be the problem? Even though we are like running home python home.py, it will actually like run hello.py inside of home.py. Okay, so what will be the final output be? The final output will be hello home.py and then hello hello.py. Okay, so this was the first question, and then comes the second question. This is actually a lot similar. We just have to count whatever the length of the arguments are, like whatever we are passing in the arguments again as sys. So like 1 2 3 4 for mat2, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. mat2 will be the correct option, and bdm is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and system commands is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. But why are we not taking mad1 and mad1? Even though it is like space, it has a space. Okay, as soon as we enter mad1 as a command inside of the cmd, since mad space 1, okay, it has like a space. As soon as we enter mad1, it will take mad as a separate command and 1 as another separate command. Okay, so it will actually divide those two commands, and sys.argv will actually take module.py as the 0th command, mad as the first command, and 1 as the second command. Okay, so it will be an invalid output, invalid input. Okay, so this is actually how we use a length of a list to get a length of a list in jinja to template. Okay, we actually use a pipe. Okay, so this is like you are using a pipe to get the list. Okay, so this is a simple Jinja syntax. Over here, this is something I wanted to cover because this is also something that has come in the quizzes. So say in string, when we are importing templates from string, we use a dollar symbol. As we saw later in Jinja, we were using a percentage symbol. Okay, so in string we are using a dollar symbol. Okay, but over here we are using a substitute. If we are using a substitute, we have to provide whatever variable we are using, or else it will throw a key error. Like we are providing only the value for today, right? We are not providing a value for tomorrow. So since we are not providing a value for tomorrow, it will throw an error. If we have to use like only a value for one, we should have used only for safe substitute. Okay, safe substitute doesn't throw key errors. So this is again like image. So if you want to render something like source images, you have to use src or ahref. Okay, src actually retains the original size and everything format for the images, so use src. This was using ref, this is wrong, and this was using source, there is so this is also wrong. Okay, so these were all of the previous questions of that we covered in practice assignments. Okay, yes, Bhumika.
Ma'am, I had one doubt in question number second.
Yes.
Ma'am, why we are not considering the first as argument 0? Uh,
Hmm?
like it should be start from argument 0 now.
Argument 0, because we are not passing argument 0 anywhere. We are taking arg1 as 1, and then we are taking in the function lane of arg1 plus argument 2. Okay, so we are passing argument 1 only. We are not even considering argument 0. It has been mentioned in the function only. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. So the first, uh, okay, ma'am, got it.
Okay. Okay, so any doubts in question from 1 to 7?
And ma'am, just one more doubt in question number 4. Ma'am, so here, before today, there should be a like symbol, no?
Yes, dollar symbol. So if you're importing template from string, you have to use dollar. If you're importing from Jinja 2, you have to use a percentage. Okay, and you, if you want to provide only one variable, you have to use safe substitute, or else substitute will throw key error if you don't provide for values for both variables.
So, ma'am, here, so the one error is that we are not providing the value for the tomorrow. But is
Yes.
that statement right in the second line after substitute today is equal to Monday, or we have to use the dollar symbol before today? Ma'am?
No, 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 no. It's for today equals. It's substitute. It will understand it.
Okay, so we don't need to provide that
No,
symbol.
since like if we are using dot substitute, we don't need to provide it. I
And
will
even
try
in
to.
case of safe
Hmm.
substitute also, ma'am.
Yes, yes. I will try to find the question. Actually, I wanted to find the question with substitute and safe substitute. Um, so you ask any more doubts if you have. I will try to find the questions regarding substitute and safe substitute. Okay, and. If anyone has any doubts regarding in the meantime, you can start asking. Okay. Question 12. Which option is correct? Question 12. Or else if I cannot find the safe substitute question today, I will just find it. Second option is correct. Okay. I will just find it in the next class, and I will try to get back at you. Okay. I will like.
Ma'am,
Hmm, hmm,
ma'am,
hmm,
ma'am,
hmm.
are you going to discuss any other question or you will just take the doubt?
I have finished whatever I wanted to discuss today. Actually, I wanted to discuss extra for Jinja and Sis, but yeah, we just discussed practice assignment.
So, ma'am, are you
Yes,
going to discuss Jinja now?
no, actually the time is over for the class.
Ma'am, we have Java class also, no?
Yeah, so it's over actually for today. It's over.
Okay,
Don't
ma'am,
worry.
thank you.
You can leave.
Ma'am, I have one doubt from week 2. Can I ask?
Week, which week?
Week 2, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Ask us.
Ma'am, just give me 2 minutes. I have to search for the question.
Yeah, yeah. You also search. I am also searching.
Ma'am,
Yes.
when we have to submit lab assignment?
Lab assignment due date. Okay, just give me a minute.
It's
Lab assignment of
5.
week, 5. Okay, 5. Someone said 5.
Okay.
Okay, so problem is it's not in this question, not in this particular question paper. So I think that I will stop sharing my screen, and I will try to find it. Okay, I have to open other question papers as well. So don't worry if I get disconnected because again I have to. In the meantime, if anyone has any doubts which doesn't require me to like stop searching, you can ask. So Am I still connected? Am I in the meet?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So again, this is also a question that I wanted to show you, like just like the question that we did today. Okay. So let me share my screen. So this question. Okay. So this is also a question that has come. Okay. So this is like 1.py and 2.py. Okay. So this is also like the hello.py and like home.py, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, so 1.py instead of like hello.py and home.py, we did they have given 1.py and 2.py. Okay, so this types of question they actually come. Okay, so be careful with them. We have done certain questions from this paper, like the protocol and the domain questions. Okay.
Ma'am, are the questions get repeated?
Questions the pattern they some questions are repeated, but some questions actually like the similar, but they change the like yeah, like they change the names and everything. Okay, so similar questions.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, is it hard like quiz one paper?
I would say that quiz 2 is hard. For me personally it was.
Ma'am,
Yes.
actually I didn't submitted lab one assignment.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
So is there any issue?
No, just try to submit the rest of them.
Okay,
It's
ma'am.
okay. If I cannot find the questions, then I will try to get back at you at in the next class. Okay, so I don't think that I will be able to. No, it's not MS either. Okay, it was a question of substitute and safe substitute. Okay, so it was a really good question as well. But yeah, we have to see. Maybe I missed it. Okay, in the meantime, did you find your doubt that you were looking for? Whoever it is, just unmute and ask. Whoever it is, just please unmute and ask.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in PA week 2.
PA week 2, okay. Like, do you need me to go towards PA week 2?
Yes,
Okay, I will.
ma'am.
Okay. I will do one thing. I will just, in the next class, I will just get back, okay, at you. PA week 2, yeah. Hmm.
Ma'am, can you please explain question number 4?
Yeah, just question,
4,
question.
4, 4.
Oh, question. This one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so we have like consider the below HTML and CSS styling. HTML head style H3 is color green, content is color red. Okay, so body has H3 of class content. This is the main content, and then they have a H3 is closed, and button on click it removes class. Click me. Okay, so they have actually used JavaScript. On click, like on click is actually a JavaScript function. Okay, so it says that assuming that the clicking the button with the text click me removes the class content from the h3 element, what will be the text color of the text placed inside the h3 element before and after clicking the button with the text click me? Assume a normal browser is used which shows black text on white background. Okay, I actually got a little bit confused with like black text or normal background. Okay. So okay, so they have dot h3. What is the dot h3? Color green. Okay, but the problem is that dot h3 also has a class with content with content. Okay, class content red. Okay, so what is your doubt in this?
Ma'am,
Okay,
I'm
so
basically,
is your like doubt is like what will happen after we click the button?
No, ma'am. Like after clicking the button, the class will be removed, so it will take the default color. But ma'am, can you please scroll up in the code?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, that I'm not getting like H3 color is green. So what type of styling is this? Element styling only, na?
H3 color, actually color, when we say color, this will actually mean that the text color by default.
Uh, no, ma'am. Like in the third line,
Hmm.
in the
Third,
fourth line,
fourth.
the color green is like which type of styling is this? Element styling only, na?
Yeah, this will be this will be internal, this will be internal styling. Okay. And over here, since css in css hierarchy, since we have used like class over here, so and we have provided it as class content, the main thing that will be rendered over here is this is the main content, this is the one that the css is targeting. Okay, this is the main content, will be the color of this is the main content first will be red. Okay, when we are in the browser. Why? Because this is because css hierarchy. Okay, css hierarchy is actually particularly affects the since h3 is not particularly an important tag, but dot content is actually a class tag. Dot content will be of like higher importance than h3 tag. Okay, so the color of this is the main content, so color actually means like the color of the text. Okay, over here, not background color, not anything, just the color of the font or the color of the text. Okay, so this is the main content, it will be red first of all. Okay, so click me removes the class content from the h. Okay, so if click me removes the class content, that means that this has been commented out. Okay, so what will happen, it means that h3 will now will now become green. Okay, so now h3 has nothing to block out its color, or it can directly target like that this is the main content, right? So now what we can do is like it will be green. Okay, so like normally by default it will be red because dot content is red. Okay, and as soon as the button is clicked and the class content is removed, h3 will now be able to showcase its own colors due to like the css hierarchy being removed or the class being removed fully. Now like dot content doesn't exist anymore, so now the this is the main content will become green. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I understood, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I don't know why I'm getting confused between the element styling and the inline styling.
Okay,
It,
so one thing you can just say like inline means inside of the line, right? So inline means like whatever you use styling inside of the tags, so inside of the line. Okay, so you can remember it like that.
okay,
Okay.
ma'am, and it should be written inside under the body tag, now.
Yes, inside of the body tag, inline will be written inside of the body tag.
Okay, ma'am. And in H3 will be as it is written under the like in the style tag, like in the head tag, so it will be the element styling.
Yes, element styling or internal css over here.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, just one more clarification in the question number 5.
Question 5. Hmm.
I'm
Yes.
sorry if I'm taking more time.
It's okay, it's okay.
Ma'am, so the like the first one,
Hmm.
like in the fifth line, it will be the ID
2, 3, 4.
selector,
Hmm.
and the ninth one will be the class selector, and the 13th one will be called as the selector also, and the element styling.
Wait,
13th one.
first of all, let me go through the question. Okay, so style is my box style. There are a few styles, boxes, and this is id. Basically id is my box. This has a class called boxes. There is a div has a like style. Okay, so now we need to maybe identify like what type of style we have. Okay, what the browser will render. Okay.
Ma'am, I got this correct. Like you have explained this.
Hmm.
Uh, so I got this, but I'm just getting confused in the selectors and the
Okay, so
styling thing.
say is first of all you need to remember css hierarchy. Okay, inside of css hierarchy will be id comes before class. Okay, and whatever wherever exclamation mark and
Important.
important is used, everything else will be ignored. Okay, just remember this thing.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so id style will be dashed, so dashed and background color will be orange. Okay, border style, sorry, border style. Okay, border style is dashed. Okay, border style is dashed, and dot boxes border style is solid. Okay, border style is dashed. Okay, and with div width is 200 pixel, and border is 4px dotted yellow. Okay. And style background color is lime green. Okay. Okay. It is inline css will be placed on a higher hierarchy. Okay, so lime green and this is orange. So border style hasn't been mentioned anywhere over here, so border style will be taken as dashed because it is the id, it is placed inside of id tag, so border style will be dashed. Style background color will be lime green because it is placed inside of inline css. Okay. And another thing is like anything else mentioned? I don't think so. Width will be 200 px since nothing else has been mentioned anywhere. Border will be 4px. No, border. Yeah, just lime green it will be, and the it will be dashed. Border will be dashed,
And
and
it will be blue in color now.
Where is the blue mentioned? Okay, it has been mentioned over here. Border color. Okay, a border color hasn't been mentioned anywhere else, so it will take like if the styles hasn't been mentioned anywhere else, so it's fine because it has been mentioned only once. It will be taking that only.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. So my question is like in the fifth line, it will be called as ID selector. The 13th line, the div one is called like the element selector as well as the element styling. Like
Hmm. Hmm. Element selector, element styling, not element selector. Element selector is something else, right?
uh, so ma'am, there are three types of selectors: the ID, class, and element.
Yes. ID. This is the ID. This is the class, and this is the element. Yes. Element. Element. Yes.
So this will be called as element selector as well as element styling.
No, element selector. It will be actually div. Element selector will be inside of used inside of DOM. Okay. First of all, it will be like element styling only.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, so first of all, we cannot take any more time. It's already 8:15. So fifth is Wednesday. We will take your doubts on Tuesday. Okay. Lab assignment 3 doubts on Tuesday. Okay. Because already like I wanted to take this part. Okay, like cis and jinja extra parts. I wanted to go in deeper in this cis and jinja part. So that is why I didn't want to record this class. I thought that it will be like I will share the doc again. Okay, for those of you who joined late, I'll share the doc again, and if you want to just go through it once. Okay, so I unfortunately cannot take your lab assignment 3 doubts today. Okay, you can reach out to me via mail, reach out to me, and via discourse. Okay, you can do that. I will reply to you. Okay, so I hope you know my mail ID. Okay. Okay, I will. Okay, so reach out to me via email or via discourse. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will reply to you, and there is no office hours on Monday. Okay, so we will meet again on Tuesday, and Tuesday we will be doing the safe substitute, and we will start with week 4 theory concepts. Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone for being so patient with me. I will now stop the transcription and stop the recording. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye bye.
Yes, thank you.